What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Poolside Chat. My name is Todd, and I've got yet another amateur pool match to review with you. We're going to continue on for the night from the last video, USAPL. We're going to be playing some 8-ball, playing my buddy Brett. And you know what? Let's just get right into this. So Brett's a little bit lower handicap. He's a 519 Fargo, so that means he needs 8 balls less than me. It's a 60 to 52. Might as well just call it about a rack. Not quite though. But in our league, you have to lag for first break, then it is alternate break after that. Go ahead and get the red dot going. And you know what? He just barely got me. So Brett gets the first. I know Brett's been excited for this match. He's messaged me a couple times wondering when he's gonna make the channel. Don't worry, I'll tag you on Facebook. I know you're gonna see it. All right, so he's pretty straight head break. Straight into the head ball, and pretty sure that's dry. That is dry. So I'm gonna do a quick little look around. Just because of that 6 being there, you kind of want to favor solids a little bit, but then you got to figure out that 7. I don't know if there's going to be a way I can make a ball and move the 6 to choose stripes. So I am going to take solids. Looks like the 5 is just hanging over the middle, if you will. And first shot of the game, and way over punched it. All right. Looks like I'm probably going to go top, maybe just a little bit left to hold it. No, that's pretty well straight shot. Pretty well straight shot, but you know what? This is amateur pool, guys. I'm going to go ahead and miss my first real cut shot. Coming out with a commanding lead of 1-0, let me tell you. But I got solids, which is what I wanted. That's important. I think if I was Brett, I would be shooting that 10 ball in. Low, probably a little bit of right, about like yay. Just to, yeah, about right there. Just to go ahead and see if I could get that cue ball over there and move that 15. You know, just try to open some stuff up. I think the 12 goes by somewhat comfortably, but got to move that 15. Let's see what he does here. Besides chalk multiple times. I'd be doing a slight little roll forward. Go ahead and take the 11. That cleans up this end of the table. Yeah, nice and easy. Just want to make sure he's at least walking around. He's looking at his angles, kind of get an idea of what side of the tangent line he wants to be on. Ideally, from this perspective, I'd want to be on the left, just so the natural roll of the ball is going to send it down table the way you want. And personally, I'm going to hit this just a rolling ball. I'm going to try to leave that 14. Get around the 3. Beautiful. Can't quite tell how straight he left it, though. If it is dead straight, just because I always want to shoot a shot with an angle, I might be, kind of like I mentioned a second ago, I might be shooting at that 10 ball with some pretty low, right? But I'm going to assume by the look of it, he's got a little bit of an angle. Let's see what he does here. Hold it, Todd, and straight missed it. It's my patented move, Brett. I need to talk to you after this. Stealing my shots. All right. You know, now would be a good time. All right. Looks like I'm putting my traditional kind of rail shot where I'm hitting about right here, and I understroked it. Gotta open up the stroke, guys. I left myself the 6, which is what I really wanted, but gotta leave it where gotta make the ball first. That's really the big thing here. The big takeaway. Now, the only good news is the 6 is blocking his 14. The 4 mostly is blocking the 10. I think you could shoot the 10 into that left point and still make the ball, but that is insanely thin for where he's at. So I don't know if it's possible for the leave he's got. Might have been an accidental safe, which we do take. We don't intend, but we'll take. Is he playing his safety here? What's he doing? Not too bad. Just go ahead and make my ball. Try to claim the pocket, if you will. Oop. My forearm must have rolled his ball out. Okay. Definitely way overstroking these first couple shots. So I was gonna say I need to put a little bit more control into it, but man, I ripped that one for no reason. At least because I figured I would have left myself the 3, but instead, now I am having to hike up. Oh, I was trying to open up. I was trying to hit the 12 and open up that 7, but it did not go. So you know what? I guess we're just gonna slow roll the 3. Probably just gonna be pretty much a rolling ball. And no, no, I'm just gonna way over hit that. All right, sped up the video a little bit. Got to wait for, I think that's Ernest. Or no, that's John from my team shooting over there. All right. I can see the edge of the 7 here, so that's where I'm double checking real fast. See if it goes in the side. If it does, cool. But the problem is it still doesn't leave me an 8 ball. So let's see what I do. Okay. Not really sure. I thought my assumption is I thought I could make it, and I was just gonna. Well, I don't know what I was gonna do with the 8. I really don't. But you know what? Brett's gonna go ahead and play smart. Kind of a two-way shot. If for some reason it rolls in, great. He's got the 10 or the 14 to shoot. If he misses, his speed was perfect to leave me behind the 8. The only good news is for me, it's hanging over pocket, and I'm not that shabby at jumping. I can at least get the ball up. But the question is, what's the leave gonna do? Like, I'd almost be better shooting all the way down, but at least shooting it into the middle left you a wider range because it's so close. You can really hit thin, hit thick, and as long as you're on the right side, you're almost guaranteed to make it. So, am I trying to cross bank this? What am I doing? Oh, okay. I was trying to shoot the gap, but then hit the 12 square enough to have it hit and then follow. And as you can tell, I did not hit it square enough. It it did not. So, problem is now he is open. So yeah, just because of where it's at, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that 14 top, put a little bit of right just to control it. Get it over. Oh, we definitely hit the a little firmer than I would have. I would have tried to leave it mid table, take it to that top corner, but he says, nah, not a big deal. Good shot. Good shot, good out. Okay. 7-14. But the good news is I get the break. Let's see if I can turn this around. Got some ground to make up. As you know, my break is a low left, about like so, not a ton. Just get some movement, but ooh, there we go. We got the 12 ball down. USAPL rules, though, still open after the break. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really think one is necessarily better than another. I mean, truth be told, kind of looking at this in hindsight, I think really your best option is solids, just because it's the only thing you can really lead off with, you know. And first off, if I'm gonna go choose solid, why am I shooting the thin back cut instead of just shoot the two that is not that hard? There we go. Okay. Okay, so yeah, just stun this over. Oh, rip draw is what I mean. Rip draw. Okay, not terrible. I'm on the right side of the tangent line for the 4, which should send that cue ball center ball. Should just open up that 3. Oh, the 13 had to just get in the way. It looks like I'm pulling back. Oh, dang. That must, I'm not really sure how I hit that. Must have just straight right, but I hit that way too hard that the spin took, but I don't know. Okay. If I can make this one, I could be in line for a break and run. It's nice and easy. Lay myself on the rail so I can see I think that's the 7. As long as I can see the 7, probably going to be doing a little stop shot. If it pulls back just a couple inches, that's fine. You see, I've got a little bit of an angle, so it's going to slide out just a hair. So that's where I was double checking, like, okay, which way did I want to leave myself? Shoot the 5, then the 6, or the 6, then the 5? And apparently I didn't like to pull back with on the 6. So I'm going to hit this top with just a little bit of right. As long as you make it. Okay. Looks like the 6 still go. No, it does not go by. Okay. So if it goes by, go and take it. But if not, it's going to be just a rolling ball. Nice and easy. He's probably going to bump to 10, maybe. Regardless. 8 ball. Corner pocket. The far corner, if you will. World's longest bridge. There we go. Ah, you still didn't get close enough. I'm trying to make a valiant effort. That's not too shabby. That might have been a break and run, actually, now that I think about it. Did he shoot? I don't know if he did, but you know what? I will take it. 21-15. He got 1 off my break. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby, everybody. Got to make up for a little bit of lost ground on the last rack where I was missing a whole bunch of dumb stuff. So he saw my break and says, all right, I'm going to mimic it. We're going second ball. But you know what? Still dry break. And yet again, I think stripes are going to be considerably better on this one. Looks like I'm awful straight on that 15. Excuse me, guys. I have been exhausted all week. Been busy. Long weekend. Ooh, holy. Okay, well, I might have drew that a lot more than I needed. But I left myself the 12. If you could really hit this fairly firm and just glance off that 13, pull that one out, but you gotta hit it. Yep. Speed was good. Hit it too thick, so it carried way too thick. Threw that cue ball into the point. So you know what? Giving him a chance. If he can shape that 2 ball fairly early, he should have a pretty good run here. He's going to start with the 5, I would assume. I would start with that 5, just slight bit of low, just to punch around that 6. You're not trying to actually pull draw, but you're just trying to miss that 6 and get it to that head rail, close to that first diamond on the far end, really. Or he's going to super pull draw and do what he did not want to do and scratch. Okay. Ball in hand from here. Your best move is if that 9 goes into this low right corner, you gotta take it. Which, because then once you hit that, the others open up. Now you've got a lot more to work with. If it doesn't go, probably going to be taken. I was going to say the 13 to the corner with Todd, but I think I'm going with if the 11 goes. I like this because at least now you're breaking that 9-13 away from traffic. If you take the 13 first, that would push that 9-11 upwards, could potentially cause more problems. So, truth matters, I don't hate that. But you know what I am not a fan of is combos. We're going to be shooting a 12-10 and not too shabby. Not too shabby. I will take it. Okay. 11 ball, straight draw. Just pull back just a little. Okay, so I was leaving that one. Roll forward. Ugh. Here's the problem, guys. You notice I didn't walk around. You notice I just went for the shot. Did not look to try to get the vision to see what I was trying to leave. And what did I do? I had a bit of an angle because it did slide, but I just kind of You gotta give it a little punch. You gotta let it move. And I didn't. So I'm gonna be a little stretched because again, short people problems. Gosh, I should have been out on this one. This should have been easy. Oh, and I missed it. But I understand. You can tell by my body language that I understand. I'm gonna miss shots. It's perfectly fine. You know what? Just because we can, we're gonna go back a little bit here. Let's back up. Okay. A little bit too far, but that's all right. This is definitely the right shot. You want to start with that 9 ball. From here, this wouldn't have been a terrible shot because I've got an angle on the 12 that if I just put straight top, you can take that 12 ball in, let the cue ball 2 rail around, end up half or even a full diamond off that head rail. Then you've got the 13 on the side. Take that, roll forward, 14 into the top middle, roll forward, 8 into the far corner. Like, that's not a hard run. Even if you accidentally stop the 13 right here, you can slow roll the 14 into that top middle, roll the cue ball over, and then take the 8 in the same pocket. Like, I had some other options, but as I have said too many times, tunnel vision took over and I decided let's go ahead and let's just shoot. And that's where I hooked myself. So we're going to try to jump and guess what? Unsuccessful and let Brett back to the table. Not a fan. I wish I would have walked around, got a better vision. That would have been a real easy pattern to run. But I didn't do it. But that's why I'm doing these videos. See my mistakes, try to think things through a little bit, learn from my own mistakes. And you know what? We're getting there, guys. Trust me, we're getting there. It's not immediate, it's not overnight, but we're getting there. All right, so what's he gonna do here? He can definitely make the 3 ball. Go ahead and take the 6, but then he's got to come back up table. So I'm okay with. Actually, he's trying to make the 7. I was gonna say play a safety, but I like safeties. Instead, I bet You could just play safe off the one because you've got that 8 ball as a pretty decent little blocker. Yeah, he's actually okay. You can see where he's looking at there. Where's a good spot for the Q? Because he's trying to take out the one rail bank too, or one rail kick, excuse me. I like that a heck of a lot better than trying to run it because yeah, you can easily make the three, gently roll that three in, come back on the six, but then you have to leave yourself picture perfect to be able to see that one. And I just don't like that. So he's being smart about it. He's walking around the table, he's considering all the options. But let's be honest, you don't have it. You don't really have it for where you're at. Okay. Yeah, he's definitely playing the safe. The idea is you just want to roll up behind the eight and obviously get something to a rail. All right, one got to the rail. Oh, I think he did not get enough roll. Half ball more. I'm in a world of hurt. Because here's the thing, guys. There's this gentleman by the name of Lil Chris who had a video out many years ago that I reference all the time. I put it in every description. You guys have to see it because then you can make kicks like that. And I actually forgot about that until he misses leave, and I was like, oh, I remember that. I remember this kick. I remember this kick. So top, gonna put just a little bit of left just for safety. And there we go. 35-19. If I remember correct, I also win the break. Should have been a little bit lower. He got 3 more balls than he probably should have, but it's all right. It's all right, guys. We got the lead. We just gotta keep your foot on the gas. Let's go. 10 ball down, 6 ball down, 8 ball long. Holy cow. And in APA, there's people hooting and hollering for that thing to go. I mean, you've got a little bit of issue with the 514, but the way it looks right here, you've got an angle on the 4. You can go ahead and take that now, open that up. And if you don't leave a shot either on the 7 or the 5, you've got the 2 ball. Yeah, because you're not cutting that 7. Okay. So this is kind of a tricky shot. Let's get this dot going. Just need to hit it like a sliding ball. I still had some low. What the? What? What? How did that? Like there's barely an avenue right there. What is this? I mean, barely miss nicking the 1 or the 14. That is terrible. He's got to play where it lies. He's got to play it there, guys. Man, I can't believe that happened. That is, it's nonsense. Especially with stripes looking pretty tasty right here. I'm going to go and start with that 14 just because it's the only one it's going to be hard to get shape on. Like taking this 15, you're not benefiting yourself. You take the 14, then you take the 15 to this right corner and then start picking these apart. But let's check his pattern here, guys. He's got to get back for the 14 somehow. Like, because even if you take it right now, you're leaving yourself so much thinner of a shot than what you could have had. I guess he's got a bit of an angle on the 9. Maybe he shoots the 9 now, rolls forward. Let's see what happens. No, he's going for the 11. Okay. Stop shot the 9. Brett's a good enough shot that I think he should have started with the 14 because again, everything's wide open. He's not going to miss. He would be perfectly fine with that run. And I get where he's leaving the 12 as his out ball. So this one, you just hit center ball and just punch it. It's just going to come right off that rail, come a diamond, 2 diamonds off to the middle. You're all good. You put a little bit of load, pull back, but whew, got clear to the rail. So just straight rolling ball. Yeah, I don't like leaving the 14 to that end. Like, I get if it's kind of a confidence thing that you're worried that if I miss, I'm leaving them trouble, but Brett's a good enough shot. He shouldn't have that worry. I mean, he's a 519 Fargo. He's been a 6 forever in APA, but I know recently he just moved up to a 7 in the singles qualifier, which the little birdies that came back to me told me that might have been the reason why he didn't get qualified for Vegas. But that aside, he's a good shot. He should just start with the 14, then pick them apart. Ooh, 8-ball movement. The thing is, if there's one thing he needs to work on, it's his brakes. That is 3 8-ball breaks, 3 dry breaks. He needs to have a little bit more of a structured break, something that you know every single break is the exact same way. You know exactly what's going to happen, and have at least something drop almost no matter the rack. But the good news is it was kind of a safety break. So, because I'm trying a 1 in a million shot, I'm trying to shoot that 7, carry him off the 11. Oh, never mind. I might be just cutting it straight. Might just be cutting this. And almost got a 1-timer for all you hockey fans out there. Almost had a bit of a timing shot. Ended up scratching. Ball in hand, open table. Ugh. Okay. If you can figure out the 11, then I'm shooting stripes. Like, even if you have to go ahead and put the cue ball kind of on the 11 and shoot the 12 first, and then shoot the 11 down here in this right middle, because then everything's got a home and it's just picking it apart. I guess technically you could, if you really want to, you could go ahead and do the 11-12 combo, but guys, come on. Don't be doing ball and hand combos. You can shoot one, then shoot the other. 99% of the time, you don't need to do a ball and hand combo. You can make them in 2 different pockets or something. So, all right. It looks like he's giving himself a bit of an angle to maybe bump the 11. Unless that is dead straight, then he's just going to center pocket. Excuse me. Center ball stop shot. This is pretty close. Okay, yeah. Little angle, just slide. That worked out. Again, tunnel vision. I was thinking in a line. Didn't even think about the other. So where's he going? Is he going to roll forward? Like, I think it looks like the 15 goes by that 8 into like long into the corner. But if that's the case, just you need like a couple inches of pullback. Okay. That's a good shot. Don't know if the 9 goes, but you know what? I think you can see the 14. I'd be shooting the 14. He's looking at the 9 like it goes. And it does. Good shot. Might be in trouble here, guys. But same thing right here. Just because of the line of everything, I'd be shooting that 14. 14, I'd be hitting that with low left. Not a whole lot more low, just to kind of control it. Because now, if I'm seeing this right, he's going to go 10, 13 to the other corner, and then come back and leave the 14. The hardest ball the quote unquote, the hardest ball. He's going to shoot that last? I really hope not. Okay, he's got room. He can. I guess he can go and cut 13 the side. But again, he's still doing it. 10 ball, he's going to pull straight back. So now he is having to do the shot that he needed to earlier, but he's got to do it with the right speed, not spin, the right speed to get around that 3 ball to even see the 8. It's very easy to underdo this or overdo it and rip into scratch on the other side middle. Or even worse, I didn't even bring up that option. Crash that 3 ball into the 8 and make it all but impossible. Because he's got the tangent line of that 8 ball. If you try to make it in this lower corner by us, you're scratching that top one all day. Unless there's more distance than I can see. Because when you're cutting that thin, top and bottom spin, it's not gonna do anything. It's not getting enough action off the cue ball to truly pull it to a side rail or whatever. So okay, well, let's see what he's got. I don't agree with this. But again, this is why you don't leave your trouble or your hardest ball to the end. You want to leave the last couple balls as just a little easy little dinkers. Just dink it right to the pocket. He's trying to kick bank? Oh, don't tie up the 3. Okay. Well, I know this is going to be kind of a surprise for all you regular viewers, but it looks like I'm going to be ultra aggressive here. I'm going to be making this 1 ball stretched out, full draw into that 3-7, try to pull them apart. Not too shabby. Not bad. I'm just wondering if the better pattern is to go ahead and take the 5, clean those up, or go ahead and take that 6, which is going to naturally bring you over. But I made my bet on this one, so let's go. Shoot the 7. Looks like I'm probably going to roll up. Is it going to crash the 2 a little? Nope. Went right around it. Ugh. And that is where I screwed up. I left myself in a bad spot there. Now I can't see the 6. I could go ahead and take the 3 with like some low left. Or, yes, low left. But instead, I'm going to try to thin cut the 2. Man, I hit that last shot way too hard. I had a full out, had a way of doing it. Oh. Oh my goodness, guys. It's just terrible. All right. Brett's good enough shot. I don't think he's going to have a problem with this one. Should just be a rolling ball. Nothing to worry about. Nice and firm. 6 points to win. I am still 19. That is more than a rack. Should have had a couple of these. It's the same table I played Ernest and 10 ball, and I just was not having luck with that match at all. Now, 90% of it is self-inflicted. I'll be the first to tell that side of the story. But all right, what do we got? Stripe down. Just because it's open after the break, if I take that 211, because stripes are definitely the way to go. So I'm gonna go and take that 211, which that was good. I even moved the 10 ball out. I like that. Rolling ball for the 13. Little thinner than I wanted. That's all right. Probably gonna be going high with just a. Am I going right? Yeah, okay. Some reason I went right English on that one. So this is probably where I'd want to be hitting this with like basically just a center ball with some left spin. Let the center take it to the rail before scratching, and then the left spin it around the four. But this is nice and easy. You're just trying to barely make the ball. And I shanked it. Oh, that's so frustrating. All right, guys. Brett is back to the table. If I remember correct, I did speed this up because he definitely was taking his time on this one. Rightfully so. I get it. I get the rack. We got to go one more for Hill. So he really wants to close this one out. Can't blame him. Can't quite tell if he's looking at a safe, like the way he was pointing there, or if he was looking at what is he trying to figure out here? Like, I think he's going to do a rolling ball on the four. Nope, never mind. He's going to go with the six, it looks like. Oh, he's going to fire at the six at Mach 3. And the six just hit something to stay. That was going to move out of my way on the 12. And now I can't get around it. Oh, I wish this place would just clean their balls once in a while. So frustrating. All right. Now I'm just trying to smooth draw. Not trying to rip it, just trying to smooth draw. Okay. Oh, God. This is not a great placement because that six is now in my way. Um, Somebody said bye as they're leaving. I take it. So this is a tricky shot because the idea is you want to stun into the one, but just enough that it still rolls around the six to leave yourself a look at the 15. The problem is if you don't stun into it, or if you hit it too hard, even you could easily scratch here. I even said it. Totally forgot, but I could just tell where it was. Actually, I remember this part in the editing. I should have sped this up. Puts the ball down, has to go walk around the table, consider his options. If I remember correct, he still puts it right back and still goes after the same ball. It's like when your dog's trying to get comfortable on the couch and they just stand up, spin around, sit right back where they were. Nothing changed. That's what you just did, Brett. All right. So what is his pattern here? Like, I don't know if I would have shot the two right there, but regardless, I'd be wanting to leave that four ball as my out ball. Okay. See, so now, okay, so he's going to go essentially 3 top left, 6 top right, 7 low right, and then back to the 1 top right, 8 low right. At least I can only assume that's what his pattern is looking like, which is fine and dandy, but he's leaving himself all long shots. And again, he's a good enough shot. It's not terrible. Ooh, he sure ripped that one and left himself pretty. Smart. He's walking around the table, getting eyes on everything. Basically, just stop it. Even if it rolls forward a couple inches, you're not worried about it. But again, with the pattern that he took, he was definitely going for all long shots. There was definitely more of a it's more of a circle pattern in a way that he could have just chipped away little by little and had a lot less ball movement. Less cue ball movement, the more controlled, better you're going to be, traditionally speaking. But you know what? It doesn't matter when you can get through it. And just like that, guys, 60-47, the rough night continued. This table hated me. It fought me every which way. No, it was all self-inflicted. I was having a rough night. I don't know what it was. I don't know if I was just tired or what, but you know what? I gave it all I could. I fought, and that's where we ended up. So, doesn't matter. Because as always, I've got some more videos coming for you. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And you know what? I'm going to be right back. Got another video for you. See you soon. Thanks.